Sound check. Low. Marod. Sige. So again, good morning. It's every one of us. So today, August 3, we have procurement activities for the bid opening of 3 infra project. So we have the members of the BAC, the TWG, from the procurement unit, and also our secretariat. So also our OGT who was assigned on the procurement unit to come and assist us during our opening. Likewise, our IT were in charge on our live streaming on our YouTube channel, DPWH Lower Kalinga District Engineering Office. So likewise, also those who are following us on our live streaming, good morning. And we have one bidder who attend the procurement activities. May we know your name and what company you're representing for? Madam, come forward. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So let's begin with the contract ID 26PL0067 with an approved budget for contract for the ABC 1,020,099 pesos and 0.06 centavos only. Contract title, the repair of damaged slope protection and improvement of bridges, waterways, Ely Bridge. So this contract ID PL0067 have no bidder, so no one intend to bid this project. So let's again be from the procurement unit to re-advertise this project with the contract ID 26PL0067. Yes, failure of bidding. So proceed with the contract ID 26PL0068 with an approved budget for contract 2,475,000 pesos only. The Convergence and Special Support Program, the BIP, multipurpose buildings, facilities to support services, construction, completion of multipurpose building, open gym, Barangay Caloocan, Rizal, Kalinga. So we have one bidder, the TechCon Construction. So may I ask Engineer Warren Liwaliw to open the bid proposal submitted by TechCon Construction for this contract ID 26PL0068.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to each and everyone. So we have here the bid proposal submitted by TechCon Construction for contract ID 26PL0068, Convergence and Special Support Program, multipurpose buildings, facilities to support services, construction, completion of multipurpose building, open gym, Barangay Caloocan, Rizal, Kalinga. The bid proposal was received at the Procurement Unit Office on August 3, 2026 at 8:42 a.m. We now open the original copy of the bid proposal. For the technical documents, tagging and pagination, complying. So first, we have the certificate of PhilJEP's registration, valid until February 16, 2027. Joint venture agreement, not applicable. Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, duly signed and authorized. Duly signed organizational chart with Joel L. Tickney as the authorized managing officer. Divina R. Tickney as the finance manager. Joel L. Tickney as the project manager. Christian Paul C. Blanza as the project engineer. Vince Ryan E. Dadang as the materials engineer. Renato D. Pajarillo as the electrical engineer. Christine L. Carbonell as the master plumber. Van Jenico O. Dangiwan as the safety officer. Jefferson M. Pasngadan as the foreman. And Jerry B. Seridon Jr. as the first aider. We have also the duly signed contractors list of key personnel. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment. Omnibus sworn statement. A duly notarized omnibus sworn statement executed by Joel L. Tickney of legal age, married Filipino and residing at Dagupan Centro, Tabuk City, Kalinga, stating and deposing that Joel L. Tickney is the sole proprietor or authorized representative of Tecon Construction with office address at Laya West, Tabuk City, Kalinga. That as the owner and sole proprietor or authorized representative of Tickney Construction, Joel L. Tickney has the full power and authority to do, execute, and perform any and all acts necessary to participate in the bidding for 26PL0068. That Tecon Construction is not blacklisted or barred from bidding by the government of the Philippines or any of its agencies, offices, corporations, or local government units, foreign government, or foreign or international financing institution whose blacklisting rules have been recognized by the CPPB. That each of the documents submitted in satisfaction of the bidding requirement is an authentic copy of the original, complete, and all statements and information provided therein are true and correct. That Tecon Construction is authorizing the HOPE or its duly authorized representative to verify all the documents submitted. That Tecon Construction and its spouse are not related by consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree to the HOPE procurement agent and user or implementing unit, project consultant, head of the project management office, or the members of the BAC, TWG, and the BAC Secretariat. That it is understood that failure to faithfully disclose its relationship with the HOPE, members of the BAC, TWG, BAC Secretariat, the head of the project management office or end user unit or implementing unit, and the project consultants of the procuring entity or of the procurement agent by consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree, as well as its submission of beneficial ownership information containing false entries shall be subject to blacklisting under Section 100 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act Number 12009 without prejudice to criminal and civil liabilities under applicable laws, including their accessory penalties, if any. That Tecon Construction complies with existing labor laws and standards. That Tecon Construction is aware of and has undertaken the responsibilities as a bidder. That Tecon Construction did not give or pay directly or indirectly any commission, amount, fee, or any form of consideration, pecuniary or otherwise, to any person or official, personnel, or representative of the government in relation to any procurement project or activity. That in case advance payment was made or given to Tecon Construction, failure to perform or deliver any of the obligations and undertakings in the contract shall be sufficient grounds to constitute criminal liability under existing laws. Signed, Joel L. Tickney, the authorized managing officer, and duly notarized. Next, we have the statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts. Statement of single largest completed contracts. NFCC computation, duly signed and authorized. Affidavit of site inspection, duly signed and authorized. DTI certificate of registration, valid until November 27, 2027. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Latest income and business tax returns. Tax clearance, valid until June 16, 2027. valid pickup license with a validity period from June 13, 2025 to June 10, 2027. Audited financial statement, updated proof of ownership of materials minimum testing requirement, with a certification issued by the Chief of the Quality Assurance Unit, Engineer Paulino D. Banganan, issued on May 2026 and valid until December 31, 2026. Integrity pledge, duly signed bid documents, S-curve with bar chart, and per CPM. On power utilization is scheduled, equipment utilization is scheduled, and lastly, the narrative construction methods in narrative form.
Thank you, Sir Warren. So, TechCon Construction passed the preliminary evaluation. So, may I ask the Secretariat to submit the name of TechCon Construction at the Procurement Services in Manila for the eligibility check. So, let's proceed to the next project, the contract ID 26PL0069. Approved budget for contract, we have 2,475,000 pesos only. Contract title, the Convergence and Special Support Program, the BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Services, the construction, completion of multipurpose building, open gym, Barangay Alagia, Pinokpok, Kalinga. And we have one bidder, the JEP Construction. So may I ask again, Engineer Warren Liwaliu to open the bid proposal submitted by JEP Construction for this contract ID 26PL0069.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, the bid proposal submitted by the loan bidder, JEP Construction, for contract ID 26PL0069, Convergence and Special Support Program, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Services, Construction, Completion of Multipurpose Building, Open Gym, located at Barangay Alagia, Pinokpok, Kalinga, was received at the Procurement Unit Office on August 3, 2026 at 9:32 a.m. We're going to open the original copy of the bid proposal. For the technical documents, tagging and page numbering complying. The first the certificate of field jobs registration and platinum membership valid until March 16, 2027. Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, duly signed and authorized. Organizational chart with Jeffrey G. Peralta as the owner and project manager. Ricklin D. Arca as the project engineer. Maria Teresa M. Pantino as the materials engineer. Jimber P. Galwat as the electrical engineer. Emmanuel P. Abad as the master plumber. Nathaniel G. Banataw as the foreman. Orlin S. Dayag as the Construction Safety and Health Officer, Nympha T. Serquina as the First Aider, and Jerilyn T. Alyong as the Liaison Officer. We have also the contractors list of key personnel. List of contractors, major construction, and laboratory equipment. A duly signed omnibus sworn statement. Executed by Jeffrey G. Peralta of legal age, married Filipino and residing at number 14 Daguitan Street, Dagupan Centro, Tabuk City, Kalinga, stating and deposing that Jeffrey G. Peralta is the sole proprietor of Jeff Construction with office address at number 14 Daguitan Street, Dagupan Centro, Tabuk City, Kalinga. That as the owner and sole proprietor of Jeff Construction, Jeffrey G. Peralta has the full power and authority to do, execute, and perform and all acts necessary to participate in the bidding for 26 PL 0069, that Jeff Construction is not blacklisted or barred from bidding by the government of the Philippines, that each of the documents submitted in satisfaction of the bidding requirement is an authentic copy of the original, complete, and all statements and information provided therein are true and correct, that Jeff Construction is authorizing the hub or its duly authorized representative to verify all the documents submitted, that Jeff Construction and its spouse are not related by consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree, to the hope, procurement agent, and user or implementing unit, project consultants, head of technical working group, and the back secretariat. That it is understood that failure to faithfully disclose its relationship with the hope, members of the BAC, TWG, BAC Secretariat, the head of the PMO or the end user unit or implementing unit, and the project consultants of the procuring entity or the procurement agent by consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree, as well as its submission of beneficial ownership information containing false entries shall be subject to blacklisting under Section 100 of the IRR of RA number 12009. That Jeff Construction complies with existing labor laws and standards. That Jeff Construction is aware of and has undertaken the responsibilities as a bidder. That Jeff Construction did not give or pay directly or indirectly any commission, amount, fee, or any form of consideration, pecuniary or otherwise, to any person or official, personnel, or representative of the government in relation to any procurement project or activity. That in case advance payment was made or given to Jeff Construction, failure to perform or deliver any of the obligations and undertakings in the contract shall be sufficient grounds to constitute criminal liability under existing laws. Signed, Jeffrey G. Peralta, the authorized managing officer, and duly notarized. Next, we have the statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, statement of single largest completed contracts, and FCC computation, affidavit of site inspection, duly signed and notarized, DTI certificate of registration valid until June 8, 2031, mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026, latest income tax return, tax clearance valid until May 4, 2027, PCAB license valid until July 1, 2027, audited financial statement, updated proof of ownership of materials minimum testing requirement with a certification issued by the Chief of the Quality Assurance Unit, Engineer Paulino D. Banganan, issued on the 18th day of June 2026 and valid until December 31, 2026. Integrity pledge, duly signed and notarized. Duly signed bid documents. S-curve with bar chart. And per CPM. Manpower utilization schedule. Equipment utilization schedule, and construction methods in narrative form.
So again, thank you, Engineer Warren. So Jeff Construction passed the preliminary evaluation. So may I ask again the Secretariat to submit the name of Jeff Construction at the Procurement Services in Manila for the eligibility check for this contract ID 26PL0069. So while waiting for the eligibility check to be downloaded us from the Procurement Services in Manila, so we have a short break. Okay, let's resume our procurement activities since we have received the eligibility check of the two projects that we have just opened. So we have here the eligibility check of Techcon Construction for the contract ID 26PL0068. So we have here for the pickup license valid until June 10, 2027. Pickup registration valid until June 28, 2028. Work experience pass. The NFCC pass. The mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. The DTI valid until November 27, 2027. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until June 16, 2027, verified. For the field jet registration, valid until February 16, 2027, using the 2022 format. So it appears that Techcon Construction is eligible for this contract ID 26PL0068. So again, may I ask Engineer Warren Liwalu to open the financial component submitted by Techcon Construction.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, I'm going to open the original copy of the financial component submitted by Techcon Construction for 26PL0068. For the financial documents, we have the duly signed bid form, duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, duly signed detailed estimates, duly signed cash flow by quarter, and the summary of bid prices. The total price of bid offered by Techcon Construction for 26PL0068 is amounting to, in words, 2,473,255 pesos and 68 centavos. 2,473,255.68 in figure. Discount offered? None.
So, thank you, Engineer Warren. So, may I ask the Secretariat to collect all the documents submitted by Techcon Construction for this contract ID 26PL0068 and turn over to the technical working group for them to scrutinize, verify the truthfulness and all the documents attached by Techcon Construction. And if all the documents are true and correct, then the BAC will come out with the resolution and recommend the award to the winning bidder to be approved by the head of the procuring entity or the HOPE. So, next, we have here again the eligibility check of JEP Construction for this contract ID 26PL0069. So, may I ask again, Engineer Warren Liwalu to open the financial component submitted by JEP Construction for this contract ID 26PL0069.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, I had with me the original financial component submitted by JEP Construction for Contract ID number 26PL0069. So for the original financial documents of JEP Construction for 26PL0069, we have the duly signed bid form, duly signed bill of quantities, duly signed detailed estimates, duly signed cash flow by quarter, and the summary of bid prices. The total amount of bid offered by JEP Construction for 26PL0069 is amounting to 2,465,000 pesos only. 2,465,000.00. Discount offered? None.
Again, thank you, Engineer Warren. So, may I ask again the Secretariat to collect all the documents submitted by JEP Construction and turn over to the technical working group for them to verify the truthfulness of all the documents attached by JEP Construction for this contract ID 26PL 0069. And if all the documents are true and correct, then the BAC will come out with the resolution and recommend the award to the winning bidder to be approved by the head of the procuring entity or the HOP. So that's the end of our procurement activities for today. So